Welcome to the WangHiro podcast, where we answer Malaysians' burning questions about personal finance with fact-based answers. If you've never invested in stocks before, picking the right stocks to invest in can feel pretty intimidating. This is why we have invited Salene, a Gen Z account executive who only put her money in fixed deposits, to the show with us to guide her through the process of analyzing the investing potential of a company by letting her pick a stock and then analyzing it together with us live. Before this, Salene had learned the difference between the different types of assets, how to source for the right market information, and even open her own stock brokerage account on Affin-Hwang. Welcome back to Financial Audit on WangHiro, where we guide real-life beginners on their investing journey. So, Salene, welcome back to the show.
Hi, good to be back.
Salene had to brave a 2-hour jam to come back. So kudos to her. Yeah. How has it been so far for you, Salene?
It's been good. It's like
Been good?
very busy
Very
with my
busy.
work, but
Yeah.
now it's slowly getting stable in it.
And you're in audit, so the busy period just kind of like just passed, right?
No, I'm in account.
Oh, so thank God. Thank God. Okay, Salene, you have done some reading on a particular company. Share with us what is one of those companies today.
I did a little bit research on Tenaga Nasional.
Okay. What
May I ask, is it because your parents work there?
No. I feel like Tenaga Nasional is like slightly safe because it's like linked to the government and everybody also use electricity.
Interesting.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a scenario where the guy actually goes up and says, "Hey, I didn't use electricity this month. Can you stop billing me? I'll bill back next month." Is that possible or not?
No.
Okay. Actually, some people actually for subscription service they think this is okay. Okay, so what have you read about Tenaga, and maybe explain to the audience out there your perception and your opinion after reading about Tenaga.
Tenaga is like everybody have to use electricity. It's like impossible for you not to live with it without electricity.
Okay.
So you definitely will use their electrics, and then you have to pay your electric bills also.
Okay, where was the primary source of where do you find data to read on? What was your primary reading source for finding out about Tenaga actually?
Previously we talked about the free information in Yahoo Finance and Google Finance. Then if I want to know more details about the company, I go to Bursa Malaysia to get their like annual reports, see their statements and everything.
Okay. So you've done both of that lah. Okay, cool. So we're going to go through now. So I'm going to go to Yahoo Finance, and you actually typed Tenaga. Okay. Stock symbol 5347.kl. Right. And on Yahoo Finance, you do get a list of things, summary, the chart, statistics. Did you manage to get a copy of the annual report for you to read?
I go browse through the Bursa Malaysia, but I didn't download the report.
Okay, all right. Bursa Malaysia, in Tenaga.
Got a lot of files.
Yeah, there is a lot of files. Annual report. Okay, so usually when we look at a particular company, we ask these 4 questions again, and I'm going to go through them, and you try to answer them. We try to answer them together. I'll let you try first, and then after that we will go through this case study together. Okay, so what do they do? Obviously, a lot of people heard of this name Tenaga, they get the bill, but what do they do and how do they make money?
They provide electricity to everybody.
Okay. How do you think they provide electricity to everybody?
I think they generate the electricity by burning the natural gas or something.
Yes, very good.
To generate the electricity for everybody.
Okay. And then they have to build transmission lines.
Yeah.
And then they have to build the substations to connect the lines to the homes. Okay, so that's what they do. How do you think they charge money? Wait, have you seen your electricity bill before?
I seen my company bills.
You have to pay them, right?
Yeah.
So usually, how do they charge? Is there a tier, or is there like a fix? How is it charged actually?
If I'm not mistaken, they charge by the usage, like kilowatt. Yeah, they
Right.
charge at how much you use, and then they charge it based on the rate.
Correct. So there's a tier charge. So there's a when you start off the tier. Okay, I actually have a bill here. Let me get it. So the bill here, right, is Louis, in Sarawak, your tariff rate is much lower than here. Here, I think the peak you pay about 50 cents. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's a tier. The first 200 kilowatts, you actually pay 21.218 cents. 0.218 cents. The next 100 kilowatts, after the first 200, you pay 334 cents. The next 300, you actually pay 516. And then the next 300 after that, 546. It gets higher and higher as you use more and more. So this is what we call a tariff rate. A tariff rate, okay? A tariff rate. And obviously, the amount of units you use multiply by the tariff rate, and that's what you get for that amount, that block of electricity usage. Why do you think they do this, ladies? Why do you think there's a tier kind of pricing?
So you don't overuse your electricity.
They're trying to discourage people from using more and more, and then obviously, the ones that use more, then of course you have to pay. Like sometimes I do exceed the highest tier, so the highest tier right now for me is 57 cents. Can you imagine? You start off with 20 cents, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth tier is 57 cents.
Wow, that's almost like double.
Yeah, it's almost
double actually.
Almost triple lah.
Wow, almost triple. Yeah,
almost triple. So yeah, that's how they make money. They have a fixed tariff rate, and then you multiply by the amount you use, and then that's how they charge you. So every time you see government, they make announcement. Oh, I want to increase the tariff rate. I want to increase the tariff rate. This is what they mean.
Oh.
If you heard like, I'm not going to subsidize it anymore, whatsoever. Because even in the bill here, they will tell you that if your bill was not subsidized, this is the amount. Like for mine, my bill's about 400 ringgit a month on average. Okay, 400 ringgit a month. And they said here jumlah bil sebenar tanpa subsidi adalah 602 ringgit. So that means they are subsidizing about 180 ringgit if they did not have a subsidy.
Wow, that's a lot.
There's a lot, right? There's a lot.
Yeah.
How much is your company's electricity bill? I'm pretty sure it's not that cheap as well.
My company, we got a lot of offices.
So probably 1,000 plus a month for each. Yeah.
Probably, yes.
Yeah,
we got a lot of branch.
Yeah. So sometimes have you seen houses that has 3,000 ringgit kind of electricity bill?
No.
No.
What do they do? Like what, crypto mining?
Crypto mining will be tens of thousands already, Louis.
True.
This one is probably they have a pool, and then you've got garden lights. You got a lot. You'll be surprised. Okay, so second question: are they profitable and financially stable doing it, Louis? Salene, sorry. Do you think? Have you managed to look at the numbers?
Yeah, they are profitable.
Profitable, okay.
Yeah.
So let's look at Yahoo Finance first. So 2022, they made 73 billion. The year before, wow, they made 52. Wow, quite amazing, 52 billion to 73 billion this year, and then trailing 12 months is 70 billion. Yeah, okay. Are they profitable? If we go down here, pre-tax income, 5 billion in 2022 and 4 billion, right? Now, where do you manage to get the numbers from, Salene? Do you manage to get it from Yahoo Finance or other websites like
I
Bursa?
mostly browse through Google Finance because it's easier to see.
Okay, Google Finance. That's a good one. Okay, Tenaga.
But the bad thing about Google Finance is they don't have the comparison.
Okay. Comparison to like other stocks or something, is it?
No, like the previous years.
Oh, it's only for that year lah.
Mm.
I see. So like, unlike Yahoo Finance, you can actually see all this, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Yahoo Finance provides usually 3 years of data lah. I think anything more than that you have to pay. Okay. So, second question answered. Profitable, they're financially stable. Now, we only looked at the income statement, Salene. Have you looked at the balance sheet?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you share with us what have you found in the balance sheet?
The balance sheet, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, I see they have quite high liability.
Why do you
But
think? Why do you think they have high liabilities?
Because they need to build the power station, they need to build all the like cables and everything.
From your observation, what will give you comfort knowing that they have high liabilities? What else should you look and compare it against actually?
I will compare it against their asset, whether their asset can cover their liabilities. Then based on the balance sheet, I can see that their asset is much more their liabilities.
Yeah, so you were looking at total liabilities, is it?
Yeah.
Which
Then
is,
I also got look at their current liabilities.
wow, total liabilities is about 144 billion net of minority interest, and then assets is almost double lah, 200. Yeah, that means the equity should be about half of this half, because assets equals liability plus equity ma. So looking at equity, you're talking about 60 over billion. Okay, now how strong is their cash flow generation, Salene?
Their cash flow, I didn't investigate their cash flow. I mostly look at their income statement and their balance sheet.
I see. Okay. So one thing you may want to focus is actually cash flow, because even though you may have income coming in, which is like 3 billion, right? Net income here is about 3 billion for trailing 12 months and 3.5 billion for the year ended 2022. Your cash flow is actually very important, because cash flow determines what is really going to pay everything
Your
else.
dividend.
Yeah, your dividends and everything. Now, I want you now to look at the difference in between the net income and the cash flow.
Net income and
Yeah, it's on my screen here also. So net income is about 3 billion or 3.5 billion. Okay. Can you see here?
yeah.
Yeah. And then on the cash flow statement, you see that the operating cash flow is almost double of the net income.
Wow.
Yeah. So in accounts, maybe from your understanding, since you're an accounting grad, why is there a difference in between net income and operating cash flow?
Because your revenue is you charge to the customer, but doesn't mean they pay you.
Correct. So now the operating cash flow is higher than the net income. What could be the possible reason why is that operating cash flow higher than net income?
They pay in excess.
One possibility. What are the possibilities?
Operating cash flow, you cannot say is from other revenue source.
Depreciation?
So they got high depreciation. So that's why your revenue is like lower.
So when you have net income, but then you depreciate a lot, okay, on your net income is actually lower, because you're depreciating off as an expense in a way, but your operating cash flow is still coming in that's higher than that of your net income, you see. So so this is something that, when you invest, a key number to look at rather than net income is actually the operating cash flow. Am I making sense so far, Salene?
Yeah.
Salene, do you feel like you're back to uni? Your
A
professor
bit.
with some questions, right?
accounting 101 rehashed, but looking from a businessman and investor's lens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always have this joke, Louis and Salene. I said, you don't pay salaries on net income or profit. You pay salaries on cash flow. Yeah. So,
true.
a lot of times, maybe just a trivia quiz for both the ladies. What is the most manipulated number on the financial statement?
Revenue.
63%. Yeah, revenue and net profit. 63% of the time, that's the easiest to fake. But cash flow,
Very hard.
it's very, very tough lah. It can be done. People have even faked cash before, but it's tougher to fake the cash flow lah, because a few numbers need to align. You gotta align your depreciation number, you have to align your accounts receivable number, accounts payable, all that had to align your working cap. Then only then you can get somewhat of a plausible cash flow, you see. So okay, next. Salene, who do you think TNB's audience is? And audience means who is the user and how big can they grow?
Basically, everybody is a user.
Do you think that Tenaga can grow bigger from here on?
It depends on how big is the resident, the population.
Is Malaysian population increasing or
not? Should be.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's see. Okay. Trend. Oh no.
Oh wow, decreasing.
We're declining. Okay, it's okay. We're still better than Indonesia. oh no, change is 1.1. Okay, let's explore more. Labor force, market cap, alcohol consumption. Okay, we're declining. Not so good for the beer companies. Infant mortality, life expectancy is going up. Okay. Wasting among children. Oh, okay. I think I know what that means, but oh no, look at this. Population in Malaysia is increasing.
Oh.
But fertility is decreasing. That means we're not producing enough babies, Salene. So hurry up. Okay. Louis, too, hurry up. Okay.
Thanks for the encouragement. We need that. In Singapore, they have all those baby bonuses, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I think the first one you get 3,000 Sing or something like that. Okay.
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah. So if Malaysia's population is not increasing like what we were trying to establish, what else would warrant a demand from Tenaga for more electricity, in your point of view?
Companies.
That's right.
Business also, you need electricity.
That's right. What else? People like you and me, if you think back in the past, your parents, they would likely have what? A TV, rice cooker, fridge. But what has changed over the past like 5 years or 10 years that do you think warrants more electricity usage? Do you think the trend now is more or less?
The increasing use of AI. So maybe like you depend more on technologies like smart home. Now they have smart homes.
That's right. Any other things? How many devices do you have, Salene?
Devices, I got few.
How many devices do you think your parents have?
My parents also got few.
Okay. So there is actually an electricity consumption per capita. So that means what's the total population of the country, and then per average person, what's the kilowatt that they use, right? You can see, right? Okay, what I want you to see is I want to find Malaysia. Okay, Malaysia, average electricity capital consumption is, in China, is 5,885. Okay. In Malaysia, we have 4,608. That means per capita, per person, we are roughly using about 4,000 kilowatts, 4.6 kilowatts per year, per person. Okay. Now, is it a good or bad thing when you see Sweden, a country of about, let's say, I can't remember what Sweden's population is. Sweden population. 10 million, which is 1/3 of ours, right? What is the electricity consumption?
Wow, so much higher.
Why do you think so?
I
Heat
also
to you, they live in they have winter.
oh, heater.
That's right. That's right. So you see, Malaysia, our problem is not heat. Our problem is cooling. Right? In Norway, they use double that of Sweden, and Norway is even smaller. Norway, if I'm not mistaken, is only about 5 million people. You see? They use so much electricity compared to us, right? And obviously, it gets lumped together with the industries and all that kind of thing. But can you see that even without population growth, but the usage of electricity, like what I asked you, you said AI, you said other companies growing and all that kind of thing, that could also signal a growth for Tenaga, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So looking at this, and China, they have like 1.3 billion people, but they use not far off from
Malaysia.
us, So can you imagine if they reach just United States, which is like 12,000, it's already almost triple,
Yeah.
So you see the potential of electricity producer. It's not just the population, but also the usage per capita. As you increase, like let's see Singapore. Let's say look at Singapore, not too far. Singapore is 8,343. So Malaysia is what 4,000 something. If we just reach Singapore level of electricity usage, it's double. Singapore is 8,343. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So last but not least, are they cheap or expensive, Salene?
Their share price is like around 10 ringgit.
Okay. But as I shared with you before, how do you really look at whether it's cheap or expensive? Is it through share price?
Is looking through price per earning.
Yes. Now maybe for the audience to refresh their memory, what do you remember of price to earnings?
Price to earning is to show how much you use your money to get the earning.
To get back. So let's just say if you buy the entire Tenaga today, let's say you're a billionaire, Salene, money is not issue. You want to buy the whole Tenaga, is 57 billion today. Okay. Now 57 billion, they have a profit of 3 billion. Okay, 3 billion latest profit. So that means if you were to buy the whole company at 57 billion, giving you a profit of 3 billion, it would take you 19 years to get back your money. It's like you buy a coffee shop, the coffee shop is selling to you at 10 million ringgit, and then you make 1 million in profit, right?
Like
So
to
you
get
buy-
back your model.
Yes, you have to make back your model. It takes 10 years. So in this case, you buy
It
the
take
whole
almost
Tenaga.
20 years.
It takes almost 20 years. Almost 20 years. Do you think it's a cheap or expensive thing
It's
based
a
on
very expensive.
Okay, so good. Before we even determine whether it's cheap or expensive, how do we know what is a good benchmark do we use?
We use the dividend yield.
Dividend could be one, but how do you know whether a rose? Okay, how do you know Tenaga is cheap or expensive? Who do you want to compare them with?
Is it compared with their competitors?
Yes, but in Malaysia we only have one electricity provider, so we have to go overseas. We have to go and see, let's say, Singapore. What is the Singapore electricity company? I also don't know. I never studied the Singapore electricity company. Senoko Electricity, are they listed? Listed electricity company Singapore. No, Singapore Power Limited. Okay. Singapore Power Limited share price. Can you see what I'm trying to do, Salene?
Yeah.
So I don't know 19 times is cheap or expensive. So I have to go and find out that the other competitors, are they actually being benchmarked correctly or not? You see? So Singapore Power Limited, I use sticker lah, easier. Singapore Power Limited. There's no Singapore Power. Okay, there's no Singapore Power, but here there is. SG Power Limited, okay. SG Power. There you go. Oh, this is the Pakistan one. Sorry. This is Pakistan. What about Indonesia? Indonesia listed power companies. Pertamina, Indica. Yeah, okay, Indica Energy. Okay. Indica Energy. All right. Finally, I found one in Indonesia. Okay, so this is Indica Energy. And if we look at valuations, price to earnings, you can see that on average is between 195 over here. If you see this line, I just blocked here, right? Last 12 months price to earnings is about 2.8, 2.5, 1.9. Comparatively to Tenaga was what? 19. Yeah. So Tenaga, we can plot it here. Tenaga. You can overlay. It's not coming up. Okay. So you can see, right? Tenaga is the line in black, and Indi is the line in blue. So you can see, you're right to say it's kind of expensive lah, because like Indonesia, obviously we haven't looked at the numbers yet, but when we do a comparison, this is how we should compare whether it's cheap or expensive. Am I making sense, Salene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got note down how cheap they are, but I didn't note down how to compare. Now I know. You compare with a different company.
So you look for another power company, or let's say Thailand Electricity, IGAT. Okay, let's see, publicly listed, completely integrated. Okay, Thai Stanley Electric PLC. Okay, let's see. Duplicate this. Thai Stanley. So this is the Thai one. You can do this in Yahoo Finance as well, right? But I just want to showcase like the methods in which you determine how do you do what we call a peer comparison. So because you wouldn't know cheap or expensive, right?
Yeah.
So in this case, I can copy this Stanley. Okay, STANLY. I can plot it in here as well. STANLY. If you look at the 1 year, it should come out another color. It's green. It's in the middle. So you see, now you've got two. Obviously, the more you have, the more you compare and you look at the numbers. Are they profitable? Are they having a growing market? And yeah, are they in a country where population may be growing or may not be growing? Is the consumption going up? And then you compare, like, is it cheap or expensive? So now looking at it, do you still think they're expensive?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So you mentioned something quite interesting just now, which is the dividend, right? The dividend. How much dividend do you think Tenaga is paying? Oh, they're paying about 4.42%. Is it good enough for you?
It's higher than most fixed deposit.
Very good comparison. Louis, will you buy 4.42?
Me, I wouldn't. No. Because of the risk involved. Yeah.
The risk,
I personally wouldn't buy. Yeah.
Okay.
Because of the dividend.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So maybe Salene, you want to summarize what you have like gone through in this very quick exercise about looking at TNB?
uh,
What do you
Maybe
think of it? Is
the
it
four
is it
questions.
a
The
good?
four questions are:
Yeah.
what do they do, and how do they make money?
they provide electricity to the consumers.
Mm-hmm.
Then they make money by charging the consumer based on the usage of electricity they use.
Okay. Are they profitable and financially stable doing it?
Yes, they are profitable. Then I see the cash flow is higher than the net income. So they are quite stable.
Okay, cool. Who is their audience and how big can they grow? How do you measure this actually?
Their audience is us, the consumers, and measure is based on how much they use the electricity, the consumption.
If population does not grow, do you think there is still a possibility for someone like Tenaga to grow?
Even though the population does not grow, but maybe our usage increase.
Okay. Last but not least, are they cheap or expensive?
They're expensive.
They're expensive. So even at 4.42, yes, dividend is attractive, but when you compare them against their peers around the region, does not seem like very cheap, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so even if you don't want to buy, how do you think if other or people in the audience want to buy, how do you think they would want to buy this? So maybe Salene, can you just quickly share your screen and on Affin and see? I'll just show you a process of how to queue to buy even though it's off market hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yep, coming. Okay, so you go to the symbol or code and you type Tenaga. Okay, 5347. Okay, now you either right click or you double click. Buy. Okay, you see there, trading limit 4968, right?
Yeah.
So stock is Tenaga, action is to buy. That's why you see the box becomes green. If you click that action and you change it to sell, you see it turns red.
Yeah.
So it's quite intuitive lah. It's just to like hello if you're like half awake or half drunk. At least it's saying traffic light, it will tell you, okay, green means buy, right? Red means sell. Okay. Okay. So now actually you don't need to go to the stock. Just at the drop down box there at the action at the bottom right, you click on the arrow, drop down.
Oh.
Yeah, you can change to buy. It turns to green also. Okay. Then you see the price. Okay.
This
The
one?
price, yes, the price there is 9.96, right?
Yeah.
But the one below the action.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you can choose to buy at that price or you can choose to buy at another price. It's not necessary you need to buy at that price.
Oh, so we can go lower than this.
You
But
can.
provided people want to sell you at the lower price.
Correct. So how do you know? You look at the top again, you see the bid and the ask.
Yeah.
Okay. People are bidding to buy from you at 9.96. People are asking to sell at 9.98. There's a difference. Usually there's a difference in between the price one. Has to be a difference. Okay. So for you, if you want to ensure that you can buy and make sure that it's not you just guarantee you want to buy, you can hit what we call the seller. That means instead of putting 9.96, you put 9.98. If you like think it's very cheap and a difference of 0.02 cents is cheap, then you key in 9.98, you buy, it will straight away match. But if you put at 9.96, doesn't necessarily mean your order will fill, because they have to queue other people, they have to sell, they have to sell to the other people who queue before you. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Because they came in earlier, they key in the order earlier, you cannot buy ma. You have to let them finish first before you buy ma. You get to buy ma. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because right now there's already three. Can you see the yellow text are 305100 on the top? On the top, bid quantity. That means people already queued 305,100 lots at 9.96 or more. So that means you have to clear everyone else. You want to cut Q cannot at 9.96. But if you want to cut Q, can. You Q at 9.98 lor. So
Higher.
higher lor, so people will buy from you lor. It's like this. It's like you're two ends of the river. If you want shortcut with a bridge, then you have to pay extra lah. Yeah. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you can actually buy even when the market is closed. And how you do that is you once you click buy, right?
Yeah.
You see there action buy quantity. They don't have a good till date for you. Okay, can you click, let's say you put 9 ringgit, you type in, you delete, 9 ringgit, okay. And then you key in quantity 100, is it 1? Okay, you click buy. Please enter, okay, key in your pin. Okay, you click buy. Okay. Validity day, okay. So in your case, somehow or other, they only allow you to buy during the day. But in some brokers, you may need to unlock. You can actually key in the order that the order is valid for 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Oh.
That means you don't need to every day in front of your monitor wait for it and then you buy. You just key in the order and then the order will execute every day for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, so I don't have to monitor every day, but
yes,
now I need it.
Now you need it. I don't know why Affin has not turned it on for you. I'll teach you. Actually, if you can write an email to them and says that, can we turn on the functionality of good till date?
Good till date.
Yeah, good till date. Because what it means is that instead of you just keying in market orders, you can actually key in a good till date. So let's say today is 996, right? You only want to buy at 9 ringgit. So you key in the price 9 ringgit and you key the validity. Some brokers will even allow you 1 month. Like Hong Leong, they allow you 1 month. Tenaga 1 month also. So I don't know, Affin, how long will they allow you to have the validity of the order lah?
Oh.
Yeah. Like interactive brokers, the one that we teach on our ETF compounders class, that one got even this thing called good till cancel. That means you key in, as long as the price, yes, until you yourself go manually cancel, it will keep on making sure that order is executed every day. So this is how advanced the US brokers are. Okay, any questions from you?
So far, no.
Okay, so maybe Louis, you want to wrap it up?
I got one.
Please.
When I looked through the companies to find out their information, I saw Google Finance and Yahoo Finance, their data may be slightly different.
From the annual report, right? Or from, you mean between Yahoo Finance and Google Finance?
Yeah. So how do we know which one is much more accurate?
Where's the best source then?
Best source?
The most accurate source.
I think would be Yahoo Finance because it's much more specific.
Okay. Actually, the best source is the annual report.
Oh, but annual report is your past information.
Oh, when you're talking about the number, what specific number you're talking about? Is it the profit, the sales, or whatever?
Because Yahoo Finance and Google Finance, they show quarterly reports.
Okay, so where's the best source again? Is always from the company. We call it the primary source. Your Yahoo Finance, Google Finance, these are secondary sources because they have to take the report, either they scan it in or they key it in. And when they scan it in and key it in, there's a prone tendency for error. But if you get it from the annual report, the audited report, that means the auditor has to sign, the accountant has to sign and release on Bursa Malaysia, that's the most accurate source. So on Bursa, they release quarterlies also, ma.
Oh.
So if you go to, maybe open another browser tab. Okay, you type, you're not sharing that screen.
You want me to share that screen?
Okay, I can share the screen. All right, I'll take it off, okay? So on this, you can actually type Tenaga, and then you can type select date range. Let's say I want to type since January this year, and then end today. And you can select category, financial results. Can you see here? Financial results.
Yeah.
You click on that and you click search. So you see here, quarterly report, quarterly report, quarterly report.
Oh.
So if in doubt, you see a number on Google and Yahoo or any other third-party financial data giving you like inaccurate numbers, or you feel it's off, the best place to search is still here.
Oh.
Yeah, because this is the primary source. For them to key into Yahoo or Google or even Bloomberg, they have to get it from here. This is the mother lah, the Yahoo Finance, all the children. No? This is the real parents, okay?
Oh, I thought that we can only see the annual report.
No, there is a quarterly report. And actually, what's interesting is on the quarterly report, you can actually read the comments from the management of the company. So you see here, when you click on quarterly, you read here, right? They'll give you all these numbers here. They will even give you like the previous quarter's numbers. They'll even give you the previous quarter numbers, okay? And what you can do is, you can go to this section, usually it's called B1, and they will tell you about what has happened during the quarter. They will give you some remarks or comments. They said, oh, we had a blackout, like when, or just in case, just for example, and they'll tell you, oh, fuel price has gone up, or like there, you see, unusual items affecting asset. So they explain our director, domestic customers with a total monthly consumption of 1,000 will continue to pay 2 cents per kilowatt, whilst the domestic users of monthly consumption is 1,005, so people like me, then the surcharge will kick in, for non-domestic. So you see, these are like important comments that you can get yourself up to date about the company. Yeah, usually I look quickly at the numbers and I look at these kind of comments. Then I know what's happening to the company. Yeah, you see, as of today, TNB has already received full payment of surcharge amounting to 10.4 billion from the government for the compensation of subsidies. That's right. Okay, if there's no questions, Louis, come, let's wrap it up.
All right, so that wraps up today's episode of Financial Audit. So now over to you. Are you like Salene, someone who is thinking of buying your first stock? What did you think about today's analysis? Comments below. If you found this episode interesting, do hit like on this video as it will help us with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to follow Salene's investing journey, make sure to subscribe to WangHiro. Thanks for tuning in today, and we hope to see you in the next one.